So, expeditions. Something new added in Feybreak. This new building here. Quite a big building. You can have one per base. So if you have 10 bases, you can end up running 10 expeditions at once, but they do require quite a lot of pals. So I will give you some tips as well to how to reach the power to do the expeditions. First things first, this is the menu. And these are all the expeditions you can send your pals on. I think this is a bug when it lists them twice. Let's see. Yeah, that's better. So we start with these. You unlock them as you defeat tower bosses in the game. So you won't be able to do these later ones in the beginning. You can see the recommended firepower, the time, required type, and then the items obtained. It won't show how much you get of each item, but in general, the higher tier expeditions will give you more than the lower ones. So the expeditions that I've been running are the Dark Cave of Feybreak, or the Spheres, the Chromite, the Pal Souls, and the Mamorist Meat. And the rest is just an added bonus. I've also been running the Smuggling Warehouse for the Cavern Mushrooms. The rest is just a bonus as well. But then there are some interesting ones. There's some Spheres. I think the Dark Cave of Feybreak gives more Chromite than the Brothers. I'll put something here probably. It's a lot of stats though to show all the drops. I think I'll show some of the more interesting comparisons like Cavern Mushrooms and Chromite. Some ammo. You're not guaranteed to get all of them. I think they're divided into groups, so you'll get some sort of one of these, one of these, one of these. Like, you won't get all of these in one. So that's the rundown on the loot. Moonflowers, it looks good, but the dog coin is like 15 dog coins. It wasn't very nice. Then you can also improve the loot using the new research facility thing. We got the PAL Labor Research Lab and the PAL Expedition Station. So in this one, you want to max out these in the lumbering, expedition rewards, and expedition time. And also in mining, you get the expedition rewards. So you end up having expedition time 15% and reward 15%, and then 20. So those are definitely worth maxing out. I'll dive deeper into the research facility in another video, I think. But then back to the expeditions. So then how do you reach these powers? Well, you got the lower power ones. You can have up to 100 pals. So it's not so much firepower needed for the lower tier ones. Then you start needing change destination. These ones require 500,000, I think, in firepower. So it's quite a lot. But with 100 pals, it becomes around 5,000 power. So these are some tips on how to reach these powers. The scaling with condensing is very big, at least on the first star. So you can see here the 0 stars level 1 are usually around 200, and then they scale like ×4, and then it's ×2 for each star. So getting them to 1 star is pretty nice. And as I said before, you need around 5,000 per pal if you're using 100. So these are just some budget versions you can do. So option 1 is to go to the desert and catch a bunch of those pals and condense them to 1 star. You can also go here to, on this entire area, I like to go here, catch the Ragnarhawks and the stuff like that, condense them to 1 star. And another option is to go here, catch a bunch of Lulu. And also you can just go to the starting area, mass catch Chickpea, give them like an Excel scroll, or go kill 1 alpha boss to get them to level 30-ish. So the breakpoint is around level 30 to 40. You can see here it varies a bit by pal. So level 31, not really 5,000. And these ones are also a little bit too weak in the pals themselves. So you would need a bit more. But if you do catch the Ragnarhawks, you condense the higher level ones to 1 star, you will easily be able to do these expeditions. And then Lulu makes it a bit easier. These are just the budget versions. Then once you get your maxed out pals, you start reaching these 116,000 on this alpha for stallion, level 50. Let's see what else we got. Do we have any level 60 pal? Yeah, 110. So really, you reach around 100,000 once you start maxing out pals. And these also don't have the 60 souls. These are all 30 soul pals. They're not really maxed out yet. You can see it's quite a lot. Just a 4-star level 1 pal is 9,000. But since you want 20 dark pals, this is another thing. Each expedition has like a required type where you will need to bring 20 pals that match that element. So if you're just doing 20 pals, yeah, so I double checked now. If you're doing 20 pals, you need 25,000, which is around a level 30 pal with 4 stars or a level 60 pal with 2 stars. So 20 level 60 pals into one, and you can do it with just 20 pals. If you press auto assign, it will assign a lot of pals. It's a lot of overkill. So you could get by with just breeding 20 pals to around 2 stars at level 60. You would need a lot more if they were level 1. So it's kind of a balancing act between how much you want, but this becomes very overkill. I wish auto assign plays like just enough to get it down, because you could unassign a lot of these now and it won't affect the timer. So auto assign is pretty good for just getting it done quickly. You can see now the timer starts going up, the timer down here. Once I start unassigning. But it's a lot of overkill here. I would need the 20 dark pals anyway, which I unassigned. So it's a bit of a hassle with that. You could, I guess, like sort your boxes, but it is what it is. So in general, that's just how the expeditions work. I'll put some numbers here about like the general breakpoints, and it should get you covered to start doing these expeditions. So for now, thanks for watching.